Hey, everybody. Yep, this is right. We are on video again. I know we haven't done the video. We did video a couple weeks ago, but that was a live stream video. We haven't actually released it, even though it's still saved on our YouTube page. But no, there's no views. You guys need to go watch our shit because now we're going to be live and in your face. Not live. We're not live now either, so I guess we're not live and in your face. But you got to see our faces now more often. It's going to be a new thing we're going to try to do. We're going to basically record some video segments regarding while we're drinking beer so you can actually see it instead of just hearing us like sip and gulp grossly.
I did listen to...
It was like...
I listened to the last week's podcast and it was pretty gross.
Everyone's like, you guys don't actually like beer. You're not drinking beer. You're just sucking cock on the podcast the whole time. It's like, no, we're really not guzzling down loads and loads. We're drinking beer. We are drinking beer. I swear to God. And we're going to prove it this time.
We can't do anything without mentioning sucking cock.
It wouldn't be Nerdsense without sucking cock, Mike.
Oh, Jesus.
So
right.
This is the first one. We're still going to do the regular podcast. So if you're watching this, don't freak out. There's still going to be the normal podcast. We're thinking either we're going to just do these separately or we may still record them within the podcast and like say, hey, if you want to see the video, go watch it. And then there'll be a 13-minute, 15-minute like thing that you can watch along with it. So we're going to add some content. And then if you people haven't noticed, just before we start with the beer we're going to do, I also wanted to mention, I'm going to mention on the audio podcast as well, but we're starting to do blogs a little more this last week at least. Yeah, we've had 2 or 3 posts, I think, regarding the Civil War trailer and the Batman vs. Superman trailer. So check them out. They're probably not as well written as your normal sites, but I don't know. It's cool. If you listen to the podcast, come get it all in one place.
It's actually a little difficult because I keep wanting to look over at you.
I know. I keep doing the same thing.
And I go off mic.
I know. I'm wondering if like maybe we should like next time
turn a little bit.
Next time if we should like sit. I don't know. I guess we could turn.
Well, no. I mean, we're fine today. We'll figure it out next time.
Is probably but then we're not looking at the camera too much.
No.
I guess then we could do. Okay. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We're gonna do video next week anyways with the holiday show. But anyways, without further ado, the beer we're going to do today is a beer by El Segundo Brewing in California. They're out of, where are
El
they
Segundo?
Fuck you. You're a dick. You're right.
I know I'm right.
The reason why we're doing this beer is we mentioned on a podcast, a couple weeks ago before I went on my trip to San Francisco that I wanted to try to get the Stone Cold Steve Austin what's it called? Broken Skull IPA. Broken Skull IPA, which I could not find in San Francisco. But I saw this and I was like, it's El Segundo, same brewery. We've never had it before or heard about it until Stone Cold mentioned it.
What, the brewery or the beer?
The brewery.
I've had the beer. I've had El Segundo beer before.
Oh, you told me this in the last podcast. I forgot.
Yes, but I have not had this one. So
I saw this, grabbed it, threw it in my suitcase, flew it across the country, and here it is.
And hopefully it's good.
It should. I hope so. It's El Segundo Power Plant TIPA, and the T stands for Triple IPA. Triple IPA, 11.1% alcohol. It doesn't actually say IBUs on here though, which is kind of a shame. I'm sure it's a triple, so it's going to be. Oh, there's actually. So here's, and it was bottled on the 21st of September, so it's still pretty fresh.
Okay.
This behemoth of a triple India Pale Ale gets a heavy dose of hops both in the kettle and on the dry hop, resulting in a nose that is straight-up fruit cocktail. Truly impossible to distinguish just one note. Monstrous yet deceptive in the same breath. Don't let this one sneak up on you, lest ye be power planted.
Wow.
Okay. And
I haven't had a triple IPA in a while.
Remember the last one we had? It was the Hopperillo. We actually didn't have it on the podcast.
Yeah.
We had it after the podcast, and we're both like, that's kind of crap.
Yeah,
and Beer Advocate says it's like amazing, and I kind of want to buy it again, but I don't know. So El Segundo Brewing, and you can see I paid $12.99 for it. Let's see if it's worth $13.
Only one way to find out, Sean. Let's open this bitch.
And as you can see, Mike and I have matching glasses because we're just that awesome together. These are our Smutty Nose Big Beer Series snifters that we both got at the Smutty Nose Brewery.
They call it their balloon glass.
Their balloon glass. Okay.
Yes.
It's not a snifter. Sorry. All right. Let's pop this bad boy open. Oh, actually, I don't think we've ever actually shown this on video yet. But we talked about it. This is our big honkin' bottle opener that Mike got us.
It's bigger than it even looks on the camera.
Yeah.
It's cartoonish.
This is against my hand. It's pretty big. It's almost the size of a bomber.
Right.
That sounds good.
Do you want to do the honors of the pours?
Ooh, that smells dank and resiny.
Awesome. Get some head on there.
You would. There we go. It's foaming up nicely for you.
Okay. So not a very aggressive pour. Just.
Did you want me to pour it more aggressive?
Well, no. So this way, like the viewers can get a good shot of the head that forms. You know.
Yeah, we probably should have not used a glass with a giant logo around it, but
That's fine.
you know what? This is learning. This is learning for both of us.
It's
so
a learning
yeah,
process,
if you guys have any suggestions, feel free.
Whoa!
Ooh, yeah, what do you got in the smell?
That is delicious.
It smells delicious. It's very
a lot of pine.
A lot of yep. I don't like a fruit cocktail, but I definitely just get like
you get some tropical fruit in there.
I don't know. I just get like
it's like sweet,
dank, resiny.
Yeah, but
definitely a lot of resin.
I'm getting that sweet fruit in there. I'm getting like a lot of tropical kind of things. Cause it's dank, but it's still sweet. Not like it's not like that really bitter dank, you know. It's delicious smelling. And the color is like golden.
We've had jokes played on us before in the past, though, when it comes to a smell of a beer.
Oh yes, yeah,
plenty of
last
time.
week,
and there's been other times too where I smelled the beer and I'm like, "This is gonna be amazing," and then you taste it and you're like, "Oh crap, that's a disappointment."
Nice lacing though.
Yeah,
pretty. All right, want to try the taste?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. That's hoppy.
It's hoppy, but it clears your palate really fast. I feel like.
Give it a couple seconds. I bet it'll sit. But it's not as malty as I was expecting.
No. The nose is just so good.
I know. Wow. I like it.
Oh, I like it quite a bit.
We don't have triple IPAs as often as like the 120s of triple IPA. We have that we have that a couple times a year.
Yeah. But I mean, triple IPAs are harder to come by. You know?
Yeah, and usually they're
Okay. So overall, what do you think?
I like it. I would probably give it like. I think on the site we're rating out of 5. So beer at the Untapped scale. I'd probably give it. I'd give it like a 3.75.
I think I agree with you.
If I was checking on Untapped right now, I'd give it a 3.75.
I never rate my beers on Untapped. I probably should start though.
We've had this discussion so many times.
Yeah, no. The thing is that like, it's just there are times when like you've gone on Untapped, and when we're having a beer, you're like, oh, this is really good one. I like this one, and then we have it, and it sucks because your palate has changed over the last couple of years.
True story.
You know, and I didn't go on Untapped to rate beers. I just went on there to kind of log them in. You know.
I did the same. I actually went on to log them, and then the badge system always made me feel better about myself.
Now, what do you think about like the aftertaste? Like after it sits there.
It's like I said. I said to wait a couple seconds and you get that like weird piney. It's a normal like palate killer.
Yeah, it's kind of it's vaguely unpleasant, I think.
There are times where I have some IPAs that are still really good.
Yeah.
And then I have to go like scrape my tongue or brush my teeth right after.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I've had to do that numerous times.
I would honestly say like the nose is probably among my favorites.
Oh,
the nose. It's
the nose,
so pleasant.
So many beers have such good smells, and then you taste them and you're like, oh, okay.
But this isn't one of those. It's still very good.
Yeah, no, I know.
You know.
Like I would buy this more often.
Yeah,
granted, it's 11.1%, so it's not a beer you want to drink.
No, but it's not something we can get often either.
No, I don't know when I'll ever get it again. But I guess I could have someone send it to me. But now, would this wouldn't be a beer though that I think I would go out of my way to have someone ship.
No, those are like the 4.5, 5-star beers. You know.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So 3.75.
3.75 sounds fair.
Yeah. Yeah, for triple IPA, I'm very happy with this, especially after the last one. I was like because sometimes with triple IPAs, I'm always like, is it going to be too hoppy? Is it going to be too bitter? Is it going to just not? Is it going to just be overdone and just like knock me in the face? I'm not going to like it.
Yeah, but what I actually have issues with is when they're just weak.
What, weak triple IPAs? When have you had a weak triple IPA?
I've had them where like on the nothing I can call offhand. I've had way more beers that I'm not familiar with.
Okay.
But like I definitely had triple IPAs where I'm like, that's a triple. It's like the one we had a few weeks ago. I couldn't believe that was a triple.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like it didn't taste like a triple IPA. It tasted like malty kind of.
Yeah, that's my one problem now with IPAs in general is if I get a malty IPA, I'm like, nope, sorry, I can't do it anymore. I used to be able to do it, and now it's like you get a double IPA and it's too malty, and I'm like, that's not for me anymore. It's like,
no, I like mine to be really like I mean, I want malt character. Mm-hmm. I want malt character, but I don't want it to be like IPAs are supposed to be strong on the hop. I shouldn't be overblown by the malt flavor.
No.
You know.
No.
So. Overall, I'm very happy with this.
Yeah.
This is very, very good. And like our last experience with the triple IPA was not nearly as good.
I'm glad this is. And the one we had last time, you can actually get it regularly at Redstone. I see it every time I go there.
I won't be getting it.
I'm curious to just pick it up again and see what happens because we were kind of drunk when we tried it, or a little buzzed. It was after a podcast, so obviously
we were probably drunk.
Some booze in us.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So anything else you want to say about it? I don't.
No, I'm happy with it. I think this is something that if I had a chance to buy, I would. You know?
Yeah. So, I guess we'll put the first Nerdsense beer review video segment in the bag.
All right.
So, I'm Sean.
And I'm Mike.